So basically, the vampire trait is kind of useless now. Okay, I know that might sound the same, but hear me out before you type anything in the comments. I know you're already raging or fuming by what I just said. I don't mean vampire is one of the worst perk in the game. I really don't mean that. In fact, I think it's the #1 best perk in the game. But when I mean useless is I found a optional thing to the point where you don't no longer need to run vampire, and you can run something like double damage to increase your damage in Hunty Zombies now. So if I come over here, you can see I'm basically running something like undead or double damage. In fact, matter of fact, we're only going to run double damage for this video. Yes, you can run undead if you want to, but for this video, we're going to be running double damage. I've only been mainly running undead because there's been a couple of builds where you could actually get your cooldown back at a pretty decent rate or so, I believe. And for the alternative build that's going to be making up for vampire, you're going to run bat, because bat is going to give you some ability damage, but not only that, it gives you lifesteal as well, increases walk speed for you, and 4+ flat damage, not 4+% damage, is 4+ like flat damage. I'm pretty sure if it had a percentage, it'll be more. And then you just basically want to run dare. It will give you 10% heals every 5 seconds. Now for your passive, you got plenty of options to run for your passive. You can run HP if you truly want to, but after you already get both the bat pet and the dare pet, you really don't need to run the HP passive at all. So this becomes completely useless, but optional thing. You don't really need to run it, but if you want to have more HP, I mean, sure, go for it. But for my build, in this video, this is my build. You're gonna run something. You're gonna run HP, AP, right? Okay, actually looking at my list, I'm wrong. Okay, so we're gonna run HP. Okay, HP. I know I just said HP was useless, but okay, listen. There's a good reason why I'm running AP and HP. Together, they create synergies. Yes, there are passives in this game that create synergies. Attack, AP, HP, speed, CDR, attack, HP, and fortune and speed. The biggest thing about AP and HP is that it deals 1.15x damage whenever the health is over 80%. And with this build here, you're gonna constantly have your HP up at all times with this build if possible. But if you really want to guarantee it, you can run vampire and you will deal more damage over time, especially because the fact if you're running upgrades with your weapons. Also, my fault, bro, I kind of yapped all of that without showing my beautiful face to you guys. But like, there's like a group of people here, so like you guys want to see my face or like the group of people here, bro? All right, I mean, that's pretty much the video. That's pretty much the video. So I'm gonna show you guys how I get down with this build now, because honestly, it's gonna be pretty interesting, bro. I'm actually kind of excited to really like show you guys this. So you might be asking how I knew about this build. So one of my viewers suggested that I should take vampire off and run the dare and bat, and that's how I immediately knew that vampire was the most useless perk now if you just run these 2 pets alone. So like they're like really good to go together with. I'm gonna have to stop you right there because you nearly forgot one thing, and that is getting some snacks before watching the rest of this video. Yes, today's video is sponsored by Tokyo Treats and Sakura Co, both amazing companies in the world. Both Tokyo Treats and Sakura Co will give you the best of the best coming from Japan when it comes to snacks. And not only that, I love when Sakura Co decides to send me in some fancy products, which you will see in today's sponsor. But I will say that if you're pretty interested on buying a monthly box from them, be sure to use my code down below in the description and in the comments, AruWRLD, for a discount. Without further ado, I don't want to waste your guys' time. I know a lot of you guys are pretty interested on what snacks I'm going to be eating, so let's get into it. Before we begin this sponsor, I do want to say that whenever you buy a monthly box from both companies, that they will always send you in these fancy little stuff like a welcoming message, and they will also give you a book where you'll be able to read up on all of these snacks. So the first snack that we're going to be trying is mystery marshmallows. It's a ghostly marshmallow or a sneaky gummy. These marshmallows have a chewy yet soft texture to them, and they tasted like grapes whenever I was eating them. And at first they remind me of one of these American candies that I can't really name at the moment, but in my honest opinion, these mystery marshmallows tasted way better than those candies. I'm not too sure if I ever gave a pretty high rating for one of these snacks before, but I will give the mystery marshmallows a 10 out of 10, and I think these are one of my favorite snacks that I tasted so far within this box, besides the Kit Kat, which we're going to be getting into now. Second up in Tokyo Treat box, we have the apple pie Kit Kats. These apple pie Kit Kats did taste pretty good, which actually genuinely surprised me. But then again, I really love apple pie in general, so I'm not actually too surprised about it. But the shocker part is to me that Kit Kat just have a apple pie flavor. Every time Tokyo Treat send me in a box with Kit Kat, I'm Always surprised at how many flavors just exist for Kit Kat. If you're new to the channel, normally we always bite out both of the Kit Kats at once. Yeah, I know that seems crazy, but please don't unsubscribe from the channel. We just hit 10,000 subscribers. Anyways, here's a part where I'm just normally eating a Kit Kat for you. Anyways, I'll give these Kit Kats a 8 or 9 out of 10. They did taste pretty good. But there were Kit Kats in the past that I extremely loved before. And last but not least, we had the Gold Delicious Garlic Chips. I kid you not, that's the name of the chips. Pressure to these wickedly delicious garlic chips, seasoned with savory garlic oil. It's packed with shrimp bits and finished off with a hint of spice as well. Whenever I was eating these chips, they were pretty spicy. So if you're not a huge fan of spicy stuff, then maybe eating these chips are not for you. Then again, we were seeing better chips back in the past before. We always had, the chips were always pretty good when it comes to Tokyo treats. This time around, it's not really my favorite, but they did taste good at least. It's just not one of my favorites. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's still a pretty high rating in my book. So next up we have Sakura Co, and I love when Sakura Co sends in a box. Let me tell you something, Sakura Co always send in the most fanciest and natural products of all time. They'll send you in things like tea and all these fancy little things as well. And in today's sponsor, they sent in something called Nico Furishiki. I probably pronounced the name wrong. It's like this little cloth thing, and they do have a cat design on it, and the cat's supposed to represent good fortune and prosperity, which is pretty unique in my honest opinion. I remember Sakura Co sending in some fancy bowl products and a lot of fancy things in before in the past, like chopsticks. So I'm always grateful for Sakura Co for sending in these products. And for the last two, they had a lot of sweet potato products today. I can't remember the name of this one, but this was one of the sweet products that they did send in, and the other one was a sweet a potato like cookie, which was pretty interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. And while, you know, basically going in between both of these products, it tasted pretty amazing. I'm pretty fond of potato. Like, potatoes in general is pretty good. And I think it's for the better of all of us if I don't start yapping about how much I love potatoes in general. So for the last two products, I'm giving them both a 8 out of 10. You can't never go wrong with potatoes in general. And that pretty much sums up the sponsor from Tokyo Treats and Sakura Co. Like I said, if you guys are interested and you found a lot of these snacks to be pretty unique, go ahead and use my code down below in the description and in the pinned comment of this video, and type in the code AruWRLD for your next monthly box. And without further ado, let's get right back into the video. Don't worry, you're gonna see in this video. So as you can see at the top of my screen, healthy power, you can see AP and HP do have two synergies that go together, which is pretty huge, right? Pretty huge, bro. So we should be like doing some pretty decent amount of damage whenever we get to the raid boss here. So let's get closer to the Stream Samurai right quick. Let's pop one of our abilities. Just use C move. So considering the fact that we're like high in HP, we should be dealing tons of damage towards the boss. But since we got the build on with the bat and the deer, I am consistently healing. I could pop double damage if I want to. Boom, boom, boom. Use C move. Also, by the way, for a lot of people that is curious or wondering about what the world is the flow perk or the flow like trait buff, whatever you see typically at the bottom of the screen whenever you see it, that is coming from Undead. I've tested it, and the flow perks is basically helping you get your cooldown back pretty early, or so I heard. So yeah, I mean, like, if you want to see the flow perk again, just use the Undead perk, and I mean, you'll see it. You'll see I'm talking truth. I was using it pretty early. So, and as you can see, we're pretty much just MVP with this build on 62% damage. Yes, the game got way easier, especially with this build. And I don't really think they're gonna nerf this build at all. In fact, like, this is like probably the strongest build that you could probably get, maybe in Hunty Zombies. I'm not too sure. Also speaking, I did kind of like screw up my upgrades with Ghost. I refunded trying to like do like different options for Ghost, but I'm kind of broke. This update, the upgrade system, like I'm not gonna lie, the developer team really need to give everybody millions of coins out and like genuinely solve this like upgrade system, because this update is way too expensive. We can't have expensive pets. Okay, so listen, okay, call me crazy, but I truly think that they need to nerf something for this update, because this update is too expensive. So you either need to nerf the fact that pets needs a huge like discount, like it just, pets shouldn't be that expensive to get, or like nerf upgrade. Something needs to be nerfed. Something needs to be taken out for a more reasonable price, because there's no way enough grinding is gonna get you back up to like 30 million like crazy, bro. This update eat more coins than you could grind coins back, man. I'm just saying. And that should be the last of this boss here. We're gonna get the last hit in. Well, yeah. Yeah, man. Hold on. Let me flex on you guys, bro. Look at that. I almost got 2,000 raid coins, bro. 2,000 raid. Hey, I'm next for the raid weapon, bro. Give me the next raid weapon, bro. I'm ready for the next raid boss. I'll subscribe. Yo, W, bro. We kind of like wearing the same fit, but wait a minute. What is that? Certified freak. He's a certified freak. He's a certified freak, man. I don't know. I don't know. All right, we're gonna do another test here. I don't know if I'm gonna do 2 tests or 3 runs. I don't know if I'm gonna do 2 or 3 runs. So this could be my last run, depending on how long this recording is. I'll do another one, just so I could like kind of nail it in, you guys, to see that this build is actually pretty, like, it works. It's worth going for. And like the weapon and stuff is pretty optional. It's what you want to run. There. Boom, boom. We do have an ability ready here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Look at that. MVP. 54%. 54%. Not too crazy. There are people like on this game here that do got cosmetics, so they are also eating up some big damage as well. But consider the fact that we're MVP and we could just benefit from strength buff alone as well. It's great. It's great. Like the old meta of just running vampire and the stuff, whatever you originally thought no longer matters. This game finally have builds. So what I mean by that is like you can run pretty much anything you believe is gonna help you like have a better time in the game. Like, you know, help you clear raid pretty easy, or whatever you believe is gonna help you, you know, in the long run. So yes, this game have builds. If you feel like Ghost is gonna help you like actually complete some content, run it. If you think like the bat is gonna help you in the end, run it, bro. Like we got options now for the game, and that's actually kind of cool considering the fact that Hunty Zombies have been like a slow building pace game. Yes, it's still in a state where we need more. And I would never disagree with anybody saying that the game is kind of like in a poor state. But at the same time, you also have to give credit where like you have to realize that Hunty Zombies has been building itself up slowly over the days, or over the weeks with all these updates to become something like it's completely different from launch basically. Look at that, 28k damage. Nobody else reached the 20k mark except us. 28 coins, huge. Yo, chat, this video is 12-minute long. I yapped about everything I needed. There's no way I showed everything within 12 minutes. We're gonna do one more run, basically. Hey, bro, I'm putting everybody on. I'm putting everybody on with this, bro. Okay, this junk kind of tough. I'm ready. Let me in, chief. All right, we're gonna do one more run. I'm pretty sure some of my supporters in this game should have cosmetics on, so I don't expect to be MVP. But I will do my best to still showcase that this build could still actually compete with the people that, you know, have some crazy build on. We got MVP right off rip. Your Z move, we're going to double tap X. We'll get it back. Your C move, double damage activated. Double damage is pretty good, by the way, with the V moves. So you can actually just generally use your V move. Boom, boom. We just, look at that, bro. Eliminated the boss HP, man. Like, we are clearing this bad boy at a quick rate. Overforming. I can't lie. Overform. I do believe Ghost is pretty much of a weak weapon for me. But then again, like I said earlier, I kind of screwed up the upgrading system with Ghost. But then again, I kind of tested it out earlier when I was playing, like, with Ghost X Shoe and then Bow X Shoe, and I kind of had like a better performance when it came to like what the not Ghost, but Bow X Shoes. I say I'll Ghost on because I actually genuinely enjoy Ghost. Not Ghost, yeah, I genuinely enjoy Ghost. All right, the boss is nearly dead. We're doing a pretty good job at eliminating at a pretty quick rate. My HP is down, which is fortunate for me, so I'm doing like less damage now. Did the boss just drop? Yeah, he dropped. The boss died in mid ult. Like, everybody, okay, yeah, we're MVP. We're MVP. That jump was cutting close, bro. 17k, 22k, still MVP. Oh yeah, huge. Yo, chat, this is a 15-minute recording, bro. Cause if I cut down this video, this is gonna be like 12 minutes. We're cutting in one more room. We're gonna cut in one more room, one more gameplay. Instead, we're gonna be no way. yo. All right, so for this last part of the segment, we're gonna be pretty much using the bow instead of the ghost. Like I do got V move with bow, so you might be questioning like, do I stop grinding this game? No. Anyway, but yeah, we're gonna be using bow instead. Like I said earlier, last time I checked, I had a better performance when using bow X shoe, and that's just my opinion. Like I just generally had a better performance, so I don't think ghost is a bad weapon at all. It's pretty good for what it do. It's still pretty strong for a divine weapon. I don't know. I generally like back to the last video when people were telling me is bow better than ghost. Like I said, I couldn't really tell. For raid, I could kind of tell after doing a couple of tests. I was like, okay, I'm kind of doing better when I have the combo up with bow X shoe instead of ghost X shoe. Nah, the fit is actually kind of clean though. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually cold. That's actually cold. That's actually cold. That's tough. That's tough. All right. Yeah, we're clearing this boss out at a quick rate, man. Like, I actually genuinely want to see if I can even clear the boss in a solo run under, like, in like 2 minutes, bro. That's gonna be fire if I can. But it's cutting close with everybody, which is pretty fine. I spent, like I said, my supporters have some cosmetics on and something to help them out as well, which is pretty good. Love to see it. Wait, can I tap V move? Okay, there we go. I was spamming V. And okay, my V move isn't ready. This might actually kill the boss. If it doesn't, I could one tap it. Yep, we one tap the boss, and that is final. 35 coins, 18k damage, not 20k unfortunately, but this is still pretty good nonetheless. Yeah, man, that's the build. That's the build. Hey, if you guys enjoyed the build, let me know down below in the comments. If you guys want more build videos like this, hey, let me know. This is actually kind of fun to do. Not really like a guide video. I just really want to showcase or like talk about the fact that vampire isn't really needed anymore. I understand the community is going to be up in arms in the comments. Like, I know a lot of people isn't going to finish this video off or give it a chance, but if you are one of the few people that did reach the end point and actually gave me a chance to understand why I am saying this, I appreciate you. And for those that didn't, I mean, like, they didn't even make it towards the end of the video, hey, they're not a real one. They're not a real one. They're gonna still believe they could like run vampire while you are gonna have a better build at the end of the day, and they're gonna be wondering how you're doing more damage than them. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, I do want to quickly say thank you guys for 10,000 subscribers. We reached 10k in the last few days ago, or yesterday pretty much. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate it. Hunty Zombies is gonna be having an update on the 10th. I really don't know what else I could really upload in the time being for Hunty Zombies. I mean, I'll see. I think I pretty much covered everything for this update. So, and if you guys haven't, be sure to turn on the bell notification. I might go live streaming once in a while on YouTube. Anyways, join the Discord, subscribe to the channel if you're new, like goal 300, and I'll see you guys in a new video soon.